Let's talk about using the bidding tool here in OpenDKP. So this is really what you're going to be spending most of the time doing during a raid when using OpenDKP, aside from attendance ticks, is putting loot. That's when we say loot is live. That means the admin's going behind the scenes and doing this. So I'll quickly explain the screen here and how to put up a couple items. So starting from the top, bid type, closed, open. This is really just another way of saying, is it private bids or is it a public bid? So if you do select open, or if somebody goes, hey, wait a second, I can see all of the bids, that's because this was accidentally selected to be open. Our policies are private bids, so we're always closed. Minimum bid of 2 DKP, standard with our rules. Maximum bid, we don't have a maximum bid as part of our rules. So I put 1,000 because that just seems to be high enough where it won't deter anyone from bidding and then having a ceiling on that accidentally. Duration, 2 minutes. 2 minutes is our standard amount of time for this, but you can select it to be less or more, especially if you were doing a fun night and it's quick and everyone's paying attention. But during our larger raids, it's generally tough to have people do less than 2. Item quantity. So this is where if, say, the very common Blood Frenzy drops and we've got 3 of them from the cursed kill, you would just sit and type 3 here. Generally though, this is 1. Item name, this is where you're going to search for it. So in this instance, we've had our Blood Frenzy drop. Just search for whatever the name of the item is. Just be careful of your spelling. It's funny, not even the Blood Frenzy shows up in OpenDKP. I guess it's that rare. So we can just do I don't know, Fangs of Vistra, right? Doesn't matter. More common drop for Curse than that. So there's the item name, the duration. So this is the amount of minutes that you can set so that if the admin needs to extend the bid for whatever reason, someone didn't log in, people are dead, whatever the case is, this is your standard duration. Allow bid deletes. So this is to me is kind of obvious, but this allows somebody to make a bid during the actual live bidding session, and then if they change their mind, delete their bid. For some reason, there are guilds that are basically like chess rules. The second you take your hand off the piece, too late, you can't delete your bids. We always allow bid deletes. And then apply second +1 strategy, yes. You always want to make sure that's on yes, because that's our guild's rule, that you pay DKP of the second place bid +1. So once you have this set up, you've got a couple options. You could queue the auction, and that goes down into a queue. It's not live. Nothing is live yet. Or if it's like one item, you can do start. So why would you use queue auction? Well, if you're the DKP admin and the boss has just died, there's usually about 30 seconds of everyone kind of gathering themselves after that boss is dead, reses, clearing curses, whatever the case is. This is certainly your time to start queuing up the loot. So if you've got 3 items that drop, you go up here, search for those items. You can kind of put them in a queue one by one. And that way, when time is ready, you can start them all at the exact same time. So when you hit start auctions here, it'll make everything in this queue live. Clear auctions will obviously delete them. Or if you queue them up and say there are a few with a lot of overlap, you can just start them one by one. So again, if you just had one item, you can just kind of do start up here. You want to do them piecemeal, or you can start them from the queue auction. So the second you hit start, there you go. Loot, this is where we consider, loot is live. And so this is what somebody on the other end of OpenDKP is going to see on their screen. So what I'm going to do is, just to sort of show what we can do here, is as the admin, you can reduce and extend the auction. So, let's just say there's only 2 people and everyone's kind of bid. You can reduce the auction time. You can make this go faster. And the opposite side of it is you can extend the auction time. So, hey, whoops, I'm not logged in. I need more time. Okay. Extend, and you can make it longer. And that's going to move the bar. And that's driven by this option you saw up here. If for whatever reason you needed to end it early, you would just click End Auction. But for now, we're just going to let this wind down, reduce, and then the auction will end. And then once the auction is ended, that's when you're going to see the list of what everyone's bids are, the winning person up top here, and the name as the admin. And then from there, you need to apply it to the RAID. So I will do another video on how to do that.